Hey guys, good morning. Thanks for listening to Coffee with Christ. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button below. Share these with your friends. It's Monday after Thanksgiving. So I took time off to be with my family the last few days and it was so busy. Like anybody else sometimes get like a little bitty baby and your schedule gets flipped, because that's what mine did. It's like I was so tired. So one day I was like, I'm going to sleep in, and I slept in so late that the other days it was like flipped. So then I'm up late and my son's like, you're jumping on board with me. And I'm like, no, because I like to be a morning person. So I feel like I've got these baggy eyes, but my schedule's been flipped. But it's good stuff today on Coffee with Christ, because does anybody need to know this? You cannot give what you don't have. Listen to that, guys. You cannot give what you don't have. Now, we kind of get that principle really easy if we were talking about money. If somebody needed $20 and you don't have it, you can't give it. Well, let's think spiritual things. We cannot give what we don't have. And anybody who has the Holy Spirit knows that people need a lot of spiritual stuff right now. You know, because the world's kind of crazy and people don't know what to do and you know, all of this, but we cannot give what we don't have. So does anybody else feel pressure? Like there's just pressure to do. And it could be, it could be the things of the world, but I'm talking about spiritual things, like pressure to pray. We have to intercede because, you know, oh my gosh, everything's falling apart. We have to do this. We have to volunteer. You know, it's the holidays and people need this. And maybe you don't even realize it. Maybe you do. But maybe, you know, your own soul needs to be revived. You know, it's just dead works. It's empty prayers with no life in them, you know, because they become a chore. Does anybody else get there? Or then we just don't do it. And it's just cyclical pattern that we feel this condemnation, like we're not doing enough as a Christian, you know, we should know better. We've walked with the Lord this long. We're spiritually mature. I mean, I've heard it all. I've said it all. I've felt it all, that your soul just needs to be revived. So I was reading Psalm 19 and I love it. And I'm going to read quite a bit. So I'm going to put these little babies on. Starting at verse 7, it says, the instructions of the Lord are perfect, reviving the soul. We need to be instructed from the Lord because they're perfect. They revive the soul. Guys, we need to hear from Jesus himself. You know, Coffee with Christ isn't about just doing something else that we feel like we need to do. You know, whether you're listening to us, but it's really not about listening to this. It's about you getting your soul revived and hearing from the Lord, because his instructions are perfect. The decrees of the Lord are trustworthy, making wise the simple. The commandments of the Lord are right, bringing joy to the heart. Anybody else need some joy out there? I do. The commands of the Lord are clear, giving insight for living. We need this. We need to be revived. We need to hear from Jesus. We don't need to hear from everybody else. We cannot give what we don't have. If we have not had a download and a filling and an overflow, we need that. We need that more than ever. And this is the time, you know, Sunday was the first Sunday of Advent. So it's the season of waiting on the Christ child to be born. Wait with the Lord, you know, in this time. Pray this prayer. So if we skip down to verse 12, I love it so much. Go and study this. This psalm is great. How can I know all the sins lurking in my heart? We got sins, all of us got sins lurking in our hearts, guys. Cleanse me from these hidden faults. Keep your servant from deliberate sins. Don't let them control me. Then I will be free of guilt and innocent of great sin. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. If we do not get off with Jesus alone, let him fill us this time. Search my heart for all of this stuff. Guys, we just walk around carrying all this nasty stuff, this sin. We don't get free, and we think we're giving others the very best, but we're really not. We're trying to give out of an empty glass. So I want you guys to just study this as the encouragement. Psalm 19, I know I'm doing that. And in this season, just sit with Jesus. Have some coffee. Have some coffee and let him revive your soul. Have a great week, guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow.